We welcome our fans back here on Speed Sport 1. You're watching the IHRA Outlaw Nitro Series. Round 1 of eliminations for Top Fuel. In the near lane is Krista Baldwin. She'll line up alongside Lex June, the winner at our last event up in Milan, Michigan. Lex June qualifying number 5, went a 388. No shoots, down to the sand, but did not put it in the sand. Krista Baldwin with a nice lap at 387, qualifying in the number 4 slot.
Yeah, Lex June on the burnout. It didn't sound like it had enough throttle stop and barely did the burnout, but don't think it'll affect the run at all.
Top bulbs on. Here we go. Kristen does a good job at the starting line. She's going to hang on for the win. 0.63 light to an 0.68, really close at the start. But she puts a 395 on the board, 255 miles per hour.
Nice job by Krista Baldwin. She's got a really good race car this weekend, doing a nice job of driving. And we saw that car in qualifying, moving around, and Kristen did a great job of steering it to the finish line and come out first round and laid down another 395. You can see Lex's car put a cylinder out on the right side right there, and that's all it takes. Krista Baldwin.
Show you some class info here of the Top Fuel category. Minimum weight of 2,390 pounds at the conclusion of the run. And we were talking, it's not on the screen here, nitromethane max of 90%, but how much methane, how much nitro these things burn in a pass?
Yeah, I mean, you can go through some fuel. You burn 13, 14 gallons of fuel in a run, you know, so.
And it's a better part of $500.
Yeah. You're burning money is what you're burning. You're not burning fuel. But, yeah, just a warm up in the pits can burn 5 gallons of fuel. So, out of 17-gallon tank, and they're using close to 14 gallons of it in a run, depending on how long you run. That's why you don't hang everybody out up here on the start line.
Some pretty serious fuel pumps in these things. Jasmine Salinas in the near lane will line up alongside Mitch King. Jasmine having a great run at the U.S. Nationals, just a weekend to go. Out here qualified number 2, Mitch King qualifying number 7.
We watched Jasmine drive the wheels off that car yesterday. It got loose on the top end and just started moving around, but she didn't even flinch. She just pulled her right back in the groove and right to the finish line, and solid 384.
National event winner, top alcohol driver, of course, the daughter of Mike Salinas. Very successful Top Fuel racer.
We were talking about lane choice earlier today and how everybody thought that the left lane was better, but we've seen a lot of guys in the Pro Mod and Pro Stock category taking the right. Don't have a problem with it. The fuel cars, it was unanimous. Everybody loved the left lane. The bump was really upsetting these cars, especially when you start to pull on it with the clutch.
Mitch King in the far lane. Bulbs are on. Mitch King too early.
There you go. 378. We got our first 370 pass.
How about that? 378 and 330.88 miles per hour. Nicely done right there. Both ends of the record. Incredible effort out of Jasmine Salinas. They came out here last night, and the 60-foot time was there. We knew it was in the car.
Yeah, we heard Sean Reed earlier talk about his 322. Oh, he says it's going to get beat easily. Somebody will beat that. They'll be running 330 for long. And right there, we saw 378, 330 by Jasmine Salinas. A lot straighter on the top end. And what's that bring? 330 miles per hour. Cars. Here you go, see Jasmine. This car makes a solid run. That car had moved around a little bit on the top end yesterday. That's a normal moving around for a Top Fuel director right there. We're talking serious moving around yesterday. She did a great job and straightened it out, and AT picked right up along with the speed. Look at that thing bouncing on the top end. She want to make sure she stopped that thing after a 330 mile per hour run.
This run 378, were you happy with it, and what do you expect from that car in round 2?
You know, that was a good A to B run. Top end was pretty bumpy. thought my tire blew or something, so we'll figure out why it felt like that. But you know what? That was good. Clean run. We've been sitting there for a while in the staging lanes, so, all you want to do is hit the gas and go. Yeah, we'll see what happens for next round.
Well, good luck in that next round. That's JASMIN Salinas. Thank you.
Our next pair will feature Doug Foley and Larry Dixon Jr. Great to have Dixon back in the house with us. Good to see him back inside of a car competitively. Did run the two-seater out here. Three-time Top Fuel world champ. Second-generation racer, of course. His father also won Pomona going back to 1970. He's going to line up alongside Doug Foley. And how about Doug Foley, man? Pretty good weekend, too. Qualified number one, his 12th number one qualifier. Last was at the Northern Nationals in Martin, Michigan, going back to 2007, which was the fastest Top Fuel field, or quickest Top Fuel field in history at the time. That has been eclipsed here this weekend as well, as we set the quickest. The battle here, 0-7. Head-to-head matchups with Larry Dixon. Doug Foley has never beat him. Looking to change that here today.
Doug Foley went from not in the show last night to number one qualifier.
Very true. Winner to face Krista Baldwin, side-by-side battle. Great effort out of both. And it's going to have to wait for another day here for Doug Foley.
No shoots on Larry Dixon's car. You can see on the top end, is he going to get her stopped?
Sailing out the other end. And gets it stopped
right just before.
I mean, that's almost
nice
mirroring
job,
what Lex June did last night.
It is.
Right there at the sand. 0.55, puts together a 385 pass, 310 miles per hour, and good enough to win. Go to round two, where he will square off with Krista Baldwin.
Larry doing a nice job of getting that car stopped. Looks like the parachute did come out. It just got tangled up in the wheelie bar right there. But nice pass, 385 by Larry. You can see right there, making some moves, and Larry staying with it. He shut it off yesterday on the one run. He said, I shut it off as moving around and won a 399. This today, race day, it's a little different. You stay in the throttle and doing a nice job getting it to the stripe.
Oh, glad he got that thing stopped. Nicely done. Let's go to the top end with Kristen Banks. Excited, and rightfully so, as we continue on here. Up next will be Top Fuel. Good battle here. Larry Dixon Jr. with the car fired up against Krista Baldwin. Pretty good drag race going on out here, Dave. Bird's eye view. Good stuff here as we take a look at some of the rules in the Top Fuel category. Fixed rear gear. Or standard rear gear, I should say.
Two parachutes for a reason. Larry Dixon not having them come out last round, stopped it right before the sand trap, and said he was going to wire the levers so when he does throw the chutes that both of them come out at the same time. And that would be a good idea after that first round. One getting caught in the wheelie bar and almost putting it in the sand.
Scott Graham working on Krista Baldwin's car. Car chief Dan Minnick. Third-generation racer, of course, as we talked about her a number of times. Her father, Chris Karamasinas, the Greek, the Golden Greek, legendary drag racer. And I got to tell you, man, that Larry Dixon name.
Been around.
Yep, big status here as well. Here we go. Candles go out first there for Krista Baldwin. That's going to open up the door for Dixon Jr. to seal the deal, and he does so. 0.47 light, 0.69 for Baldwin. Both drivers doing their job at the starting line. 4.19 will be good enough to get Dixon into the final round.